How you doing? Havertzwell here. Yeah. Well, this is where political correctness gets now tongue-tied, because now they got some splaining to do. All over Velma Dinkley. Now, we all grew up with the Scooby-Doo gang. We got a general idea who Velma Dinkley is. Been there for so long until we get to the 2020s. So let's start. Original Velma Dinkley. Of a Caucasian nature. In most cases, she's just more interested in solving clues. Does dance with Shaggy. Couple of the shows here, Shaggy and Velma were dating. But basically, she really goes head dive into information and stuff. All right, so, book smart person. Got it. Then we get to the 2020s, and the changes begin. Starts off with the CGI Scooby-Doo movie, where all of a sudden she's becoming more and more Hispanic. Well, I'll take that back. There was a couple of other before that where also Velma Dinkley was of a Hispanic nature. And we're not talking full accent and everything, just the appearance, because that was the actress. All right. But overall kept faithful to the character. And then we get news from HBO Max that they're going to have an adult version of Velma. And it's going to be, well, according to the coloring, I would say from African American to a very dark-skinned Hispanic or the Middle Eastern. Can't really tell. Most will say his African American. Had a couple of people say the others. So I throw them all in until we hear the full definition. And now, upcoming one where Velma is back but white. But now she's a lesbian. And we're not talking hide it. We're talking if they drew it for any male character, some of these things, though it would be funny in the past nowadays, they'd be going like, oh, he's being sexist. But we're talking fawning over big time visually, the whole works. So let's see. We got original Velma Dinkley. We got Hispanic Velma Dinkley. We have supposedly African American Velma Dinkley. And we now have lesbian Velma Dinkley. You would think they want to go with this indoctrination of changing characters that's been the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for decades. And they try to do the changes. They would be consistent. But no, we now have 4 Velma Dinkleys wandering around in people's minds. If I want to understand, they're going to change Shaggy in the adult one, as well as Daphne. I haven't seen any proof on that yet, but that's the rumor. But you're telling me that they cannot make characters that stand out on their own? Don't tell me they can't. It can be done. It has been done. All right, since the biggest thing is that Velma's a lesbian, we'll hit that area. The first openly gay character came from The Simpsons. Smithers. And, we're not talking, people go, oh, he's just a lackey. Well, he's a rather very powerful lackey because he's like second in command to Mr. Burns. And then you get American Dad, where you have the first, to my knowledge in the cartoons, the first male couple. He puts his own twist on it by having one being Democrat, one being Republican. I'm going like, okay, I like this. And not to mention, it's just, oh, God. They can't be consistent. So now like I said, we got 4 Velma. Pick a Velma. That's right. If you want to watch your Scooby-Doo, you pick a Velma. Because that seems to be the basis. Of course, they could have done the smart thing, what everyone else has been saying. Leave the original alone and make something creative, new, that doesn't push ideology in the cartoon. Smithers does not do that. And guess what? It worked. The couple in American Dad, yes, there were episodes that were centered on them and had the storyline to go with them, but that's necessary for the storyline. And again, they are not pushing. Stop with the push. Be creative. Make a character. And make it so everyone enjoys the character. That's all you gotta do. Stop changing the old. Create new. What do I know? I'm just the average schmo.